Hello everyone, this is day 25 of this video sharing journey. So 25 days already, almost at a month. We'll see how I go for the next couple of days. It's almost been a month, but I don't really feel like it's been a month, honestly. Like it's been pretty fun, it's these videos are something that I actually look forward to because I guess I can document everything that's going on and be able to share with the world, I guess, how I'm doing and to keep me accountable for everything that all the grand words that I said in the first few episodes of me trying to turn my life around. And so in this episode, we're going to be focusing back onto the social side of things. So yesterday we had a bit of a breather, and that was when I actually went to a social event that I'm going to be talking about today. And I didn't really want to follow up from the finale of the party saga with another introvert goes to social gathering video because I don't know, I felt like there was a break required and I hadn't touched investing in a while. So yeah, this episode will be another introvert goes to series, I guess. If that's even a series that now exists. Today, it was not a party actually. It was kind of the next step up from that in terms of difficulty. And so this one was actually a bit more difficult in terms of me not knowing other people and what other people enjoy. So I couldn't really base my response off of how I've known them in the past. And so this, I guess, is training me in a specific skill set of talking to strangers and being able to connect with people that I haven't met before. And so that's why I took the opportunity in the first place. Honestly, it wasn't like I don't think I would have said yes like if you had asked me a few months ago before I had this profound awakening as to what I wanted to do with life and what I wanted to achieve. And so yeah, I took up the offer. And you might think, so it was basically, if you've seen the title, it was basically a Christmas dinner or Boxing Day dinner because it was on Boxing Day, and it was basically a family gathering. And you might be wondering, why would I know the people at a family gathering? Well, that's because it wasn't actually my family. It was my sister's boyfriend's family. So yeah, a bit weird that a brother of the sister that has a boyfriend that has organized a family gathering, whose parents have organized this family gathering, had invited me. But the boyfriend was insistent. And so, yeah, I was kind of cool with that. We basically started off by going early to help his parents. And by him, I mean the boyfriend, as I'll be referring to, I guess, later on in the video. But the day started off with me going early to their place to set up Christmas decorations, maybe help with some cooking. His mother is very blunt, and she didn't really want me to help with anything, so I ended up just cleaning around the place with the boyfriend. And so, yeah, that was alright. I did that for a few hours, and I mainly wanted to come early because I had realized if you've seen the helping others to help yourself video, I was basically trying to utilize that and do something good for someone else without any expectation of reward, I guess. So to hopefully also aid me in in being able to work towards my long-term goals with no immediate satisfaction. So that was kind of my philosophy behind going to this thing. It wasn't just like as I've said before in previous videos, I'm a pretty vain person. So if it doesn't really have a benefit for me, like I'll either find a benefit or not do it at all. So that was kind of the situation with this. And cleaning out was fun, I guess. It was a bit boring, but you can't expect all this stuff to be like scrolling. Like you can't expect it to be as fun as scrolling through an Instagram feed or watching YouTube videos. Like that's like it's not on the same comparable level, right? But the fact that I was able to set aside time for someone else was, I guess, the important part. And so following that, the guests start arriving, people start filling into the room. And so I wasn't actually quite like, yeah, I didn't, because the house was 2 stories, right? And so I basically kind of stayed upstairs because I didn't really want to go down and talk to people. And as much as I'm ashamed to admit that, like, yeah, Like, I obviously should have gone down earlier, but I just didn't know what to say. And it's really funny because as soon as I went down, I kind of blew a conversation opening that I like instantly regretted as soon as I said it out loud. And it was basically, I came down the stairs, and then there was a kid my grade or around the same age as me, and he said hi, and then I said hi back, and then that was it. I didn't say, oh, who are you? Like, how are you related to this family? I just went like, yeah, hi, and then just went around to like clean. But in reality, I just kind of wandered around the house, just like regretting me just not saying anything at all. But it's okay. I quickly rose past it, and my introverted self summoned enough courage to attempt a round two. And so I made up an excuse that I needed help with chairs, and I was like, can you help me with these chairs? And he was like, sure. And then after that, we sat down and I actually began conversing. So all's well that ends well, I guess. Even though it could have been achieved much more easier. I made my first friend, I guess, that night. My first friendly acquaintance, I guess. Then we kind of ate around the table, I guess. It was kind of like a buffet, sort of. There was really good Vietnamese food. There was like stuff like beetle leaf wrap, pork chop, prawn salad, and like these Vietnamese like white noodles. I'm not sure what it's called, but with fish sauce, they're so good. And yeah, I honestly can't get enough of their food, which is also another motivator for me going. But yeah, after we got our food, right, we sit down, and then I was kind of just, a lot of the time when everyone was talking, like, I guess I was kind of sitting there because I didn't really know what to say, because some of this stuff, like one of the people there, they were getting their kitchen renovated and whatever, and all the other family knew, and I was just like, yeah, oh wow, that's so interesting. And so yeah, there was some conversations that I just couldn't find a way to break into. And that's, I guess, a skill that I need to improve on, which is like intercepting conversations and being like, yo, what's up? Oh, you mentioned that thing? Like, I also something, you know? Like, well, I say that, but yeah, I feel like that's a really tough ask to do. Like, you have to have a really specific type of extroversion to be able to, I guess, join in on any random conversation like that. But it's okay. I did eventually find a way in by asking, like, what was going on to the people around me, because they obviously knew that there was a new face that they had not seen before. And so, yeah, everyone was really nice. I did end up getting involved in a few conversations, I guess. Not really about me, but like participating in conversations about others, which is, I guess, a key difference between the party and the Christmas Boxing Day dinner thing. So I wasn't really able to, I guess, direct it towards myself, because I figured that if I could do the same thing as the party and then sort of be able to mold the conversation around myself, I would be able to participate in it more, and so it wouldn't like move away from me, and be able to like, I know this might be a conceited way of thinking, but I just feel like I'd be able to talk more in a conversation where they'd be like, oh, where are you from? Like, what do you do? Or stuff like that. Like, instead of me trying to join in on conversations that everyone else already is informed in, but I'm not. So yeah, that didn't really happen the entire night, which I was kind of surprised about. I was kind of like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know, like, oh yeah, I haven't seen you before. Like, oh my God, like, this is my first time here, you know? But yeah, that didn't really succeed. And honestly, there were also some awkward silence sometimes. I don't know if it was awkward for everyone else, but sometimes the dinner table would just go quiet for some reason. Like, I feel like that happens a lot in classrooms as well, where suddenly everyone just, like, by coincidence, just stops talking for a little bit, and then the entire class just goes silent and no one just wants to talk again. And so that happened a few times, but I feel like that was normal for them. Not really normal for me, but it was interesting, and I kind of just like laughed it off, I guess. And so that's another key takeaway, which is trying to break those moments of silence to try and redirect towards a conversation that I'm able to expand upon and talk more about. There is always like that little bit of anxiety in terms of trying to bring up, like, as the newbie, like bringing up a new conversation topic, because you don't want to come off as like as annoying, because I've certainly had people like that before, and I'm just like, oh, just let us have our conversation, you know? But yeah, so I tried to do it in the most non-intrusive way possible, but that's obviously something I need to improve on, like being able to think of those entry points, I guess, and to be able to continue those as well, because often my interjection in conversations would, I guess, fizzle out, and then they'd go back to talking with each other, and I wouldn't know anything they were talking about, right? And then also there was a language barrier, because some of them were speaking Cantonese, and so because I am natively Chinese, I wasn't really, or yeah, they were speaking Cantonese or Vietnamese, and so I didn't really know what sometimes they were talking about, which is also, I guess, a point where I have to be able to overcome a language barrier, and I'm not quite sure how I would do that in a social interaction, to be honest. Like, because I don't know the language, so I can't join in, so that's like automatic exclusion, right? There was, though, one guy that I was like, yeah, buddy, we're in the same shoes, and like it was one of the related family members' boyfriend, who this was like his first time meeting the opposite side of the family. So even the girlfriend's mother, that was the first time they met, and I was like, oh, I feel for you, buddy. Like, to like an Asian family gathering, I feel, is much more because he's not Asian, so it's much more different. It's much more different than, I guess, something that you'd call traditional. And so I don't know, he kind of, yeah, he was kind of in my shoes, like not being able to talk a lot, like just like sorry, I dropped my phone. And so like he was just there like talking to the girlfriend, right? And that, I guess that was kind of me as well, like sticking with the people I knew, and which is like normal, I guess. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, we're in this together, buddy, comrades in these trying times. And so yeah, like that's honestly all that was said. That was it, probably. If I were to grade my performance like I did with my party criteria, then I probably would give myself around, I don't know, 5 out of 10. It was good for what I thought I think I met expectations. I don't think I exceeded them. I feel like I could have been more social, and I left a better impression on everyone, I guess. Oh no, it's gone black. All right, well, I'm 13 minutes into this video, so I'm not ending it, but the light turned off. But yeah, I guess that's it. I'll probably have to end the video now because I can't turn back on the car light. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys for day 26. And ending thoughts, I need to be better at socializing. Goodbye.